Hi, it's John Terry with Vision Advisors, and welcome to another Selling Secrets of the Top 5%. In this very special report, I want to take a few minutes and talk about the 7 major messaging mistakes that you may be making in your sales conversations with your customers and your prospective customers that may be costing you money. Now, I'm sure if you had the opportunity and I could ask you, would you want me to share this information with you, or would you want me to keep it a secret? I think every one of you, if we were doing this in a live setting, would raise your hand and say, yeah, John, I want to know what these messaging mistakes are so that I don't make them. Well, fair enough. I'm going to assume you want to hear this, and I'm going to share this information with you because I believe it's going to be valuable. And one of the reasons I believe it's going to be valuable is I've had an opportunity to have some conversations with very successful copywriters that do direct response advertising that get people to say yes to an ad. I've had an opportunity to interview financial sales professionals that are in the top 5% of their industry and how they get their customers to the point that they're willing to say yes and move forward. But here's something I know. No matter how good the copy, no matter how good the sales professional, and no matter how good the solution, at some point in our practice, we've all made a messaging mistake. We've all said or failed to say something that ended up costing us a sale along the way. Every one of us have made a mistake in our message, either by saying something we shouldn't, saying something the wrong way, or leaving something out we should have said, or other similar mistakes that we've made. And really, for most of us, when we finally recognize that we've done that, we look back and we shake our heads and we ask ourselves, why in the world would you say that? Or why in the world would you not say that? And we beat ourselves up. We're still counting the loss from the mistakes that we've made. And if you're not counting the losses and you're thinking you're perfect in your practice, chances are you're making these mistakes in your practice and aren't yet even aware of that. So what are the 7 major messaging mistakes that financial professionals and sales professionals in general just do? Let's take a few minutes and dive into those. Number 1 is not talking to the customer. You know, if you're a financial sales professional, like most sales professionals, we're all proud of who we are and what we do. We love to share our mission statement. We love to show off our logos. We love to hand out our business cards. We love to talk about the products that we sell, the services that we offer, the service we provide to our customers, the tools and resources we make available to them. We love to talk about our degrees, our expertise, the letters after our name, the numbers after our FINRA credentials that we have, and all of the things about us that are important to us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to remind you of this, but your customers don't care about any of that. The one thing that they care about and they want to know in the conversation you're having with them is this: what are you going to do for me? Why should I do business with you over any and other available option to me, including doing nothing or keeping what I've got or taking no action at all? Why is meeting with you going to benefit me financially? You've got to speak to the customer, and you've got to enter the conversation that's going on in their head, and you've got to engage at that point. It's not about you, it's about the customer. Now, messaging mistake number 2 is not sharing your why. You need to understand, especially in light of what we're dealing with, having coming out of a year of a pandemic, attention times have gotten shorter. Individuals have binged watched all the TV they could ever watch. They've gotten used to watching 7 to 8 minutes of a television show, and then being able to get up and go to the fridge, go to the bathroom, check their voicemail, check their email, respond to text messages, and do everything else in that 4 to 5 minutes the commercials are playing, and then come back for another 7 to 8 minute session of being engaged. Attention times have gotten much, much shorter. So when you sit down with a customer, you need to make your point very quickly, helping them understand the point of the meeting, why you're there, what you want to accomplish, the goals and objectives, so that you can let the client see that you are there to serve their need. They need to know the why that you are there, the what you're going to do, the how you're going to do it, and how it's going to benefit them. Very, very important. Again, that piggybacks off of number 1, and number 2 is so important. Make your point early, make it clear, and let them know why you're there, and the objective and the outcome for them. Now, mistake number 3 when it comes to messaging is talking gibberish. Now, what do I mean by gibberish? No insurance speak, no broker-dealer speak, no bank speak. We all have a jargon that we use in the industry. We talk about PUAs, FIAs, indexes, S&P, NASDAQ, rates, CATs, spreads, all of these other tools and terms that we use, ADLs, income riders, accumulation values, decumulation payouts. And the clients look at us, they smile, they don't have a clue what we're saying, and we wonder why at the end of the conversation they say no. Make sure that in your messaging with your customer, you're not using jargon or business speak. Speak in very plain English. Tell stories, use illustrations, give examples. Make sure that you are connecting with that customer in a language that they understand. If they're an architect, use architectural terms to tie the stories back to something that's part of their world. If they're a plumber, an electrician, a farmer, a rancher, whatever it is that they do, think into their world and see if you can draw examples or tell stories of other customers just like them that have benefited and how they benefited as a result of the solution that you're presenting. That type of story selling can be a very powerful way to overcome that. Now, messaging mistake number 4 is a failure to quantify. When you're talking to a customer, they want you to be as specific as you can about their financial outcome, how much money they're going to make, when they're going to make that money, when they can walk out the door their 9 to 5 and retire. But you've got to remember, in this world that we're at today and with the prevalence of social media, people have seen a lot of big promises. They've gone to other financial advisors before you, and they have not experienced the outcome that they were promised. So as a result of that, the bigger the promise they hear, the skepticism in their mind grows to match. So as we're dealing with consumer buying behavior, they need to know exactly when, exactly how much, and you need to get as specific as possible. Now, I understand when you're selling an indexed product, we don't know exactly how much because we don't know what the index is going to do. You can show from historical terms what the index has done, and assuming the index performs in like manner, this is what we can expect. But where there are guarantees, you can give them those ironclad guarantees in any product or service that you're offering. If you're using an annuity with an income rider that has a roll-up rate, that roll-up rate is a guarantee, and you can speak to that and how much money they're going to have available and what type of monthly or annual income that's going to generate. If it's a life insurance policy, they're going to know exactly how much death benefit that they are purchasing for the amount of money that they're spending in premium. If it is a fixed interest rate applied to an insurance product and they're wanting to build cash value, you can show them exactly how much money they'll have at a future date. They're buying long-term care, how much benefit that product is going to provide for them, and how many months or years that particular benefit is going to last. The more specificity you can give, the greater the odds that they're going to say yes if that does meet their needs. Now, messaging mistake number 5 is not engaging the client's emotions. Financial professionals love to go to facts and figures, and they're quick to go to their illustration from a carrier and start sharing the raw numbers. Well, you've got to remember, people make emotional buying decisions. They use logic to validate an emotional choice, but if you lead with logic, you now create a problem in the way the brain is trying to process the information you've given it and make a decision to move forward. Emotions have to be engaged first. So you've got to find the emotional trigger, whatever that emotional trigger may be, and you've got to focus your energy and effort there first to let them see how the solution you're presenting solves a problem, takes a fear away, removes a negative emotion, rewards a positive emotion, and then come back with the numbers to validate with logic, facts, and figures how you're going to take that negative emotion away or amplify that positive emotion or positive outcome that they're looking for. Now, messaging mistake number 6 is trying to be an entertainer when you're meeting with your clients. You've got to remember that money is a serious subject and it needs to be taken seriously in the presentation. Those of you that want to be clever or funny or humorous in some way, this can often backfire because it can send a subliminal message to your customer that you're not taking them seriously, you're not taking their goals and objectives seriously, and they may really question in their mind whether or not the solution that you're presenting can be taken seriously if you're not being serious in the presentation. Now, you can be warm and engaging, but trying to be clever or humorous or funny can backfire. Comedians and entertainers are best left on television, and that's where they need to stay. When you're dealing with a serious subject, you need to be serious. Your client's money is their financial future. They want to know it's as serious for you as it is for them. Messaging mistake number 7, and this is one I see often as I'm having debriefs with producers who went to make a sales presentation and it flopped or it failed and the customer didn't say yes. They knew it was a great decision, and when we go through and we debrief on that call, oftentimes I find this is the mistake they've made. They haven't given the client a good reason to take action now. They haven't made it clear, concise, and compelling, and they didn't give them a deadline. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's assume you're selling a life insurance policy to the client, and you know, having done the fact finder and reviewed with the client their wants, needs, goals, and objectives, their risk tolerance, their time horizon, this fits their need. It's in their best interest to buy this. And you make the presentation, and you're trying to get them to take action. The goal in a call to action is to get them to do one thing and one thing only. So if the call to action in this one is to get the application started, here's one of the ways you could position that. Mr. and Mrs. Client, as you can see, the solution that I presented to you today meets your goals, needs, and objectives. Now, to move this opportunity forward, we need to only do one thing today. We need to complete the application so that we can submit it to the insurance carrier to make sure that we can get you qualified and underwritten for this particular solution. And once we get a yes from the insurance carrier, we can come back and talk about it some more, answer any additional questions or concerns that you may have, and you still have 30 days at which to change your mind in the event your situation changes. Fair enough? And then at that point, you're looking for the yes so you can complete the paperwork, send it in, to get the underwriting and review process done to get them qualified and underwritten for a solution that's going to solve a money problem that they need. If you're selling a multi-year guarantee annuity or another interest-sensitive product, again, setting a deadline based upon changing interest rates in the environment. If you know interest rates change on a monthly basis and you're nearing the end of the month, you need to remind the customer this interest rate may not be available next month if interest rates move, and you can share some examples from the past. And again, creating a deadline that creates a sense of urgency to take some action. Now, the goal is not to use this as manipulation or to simply get a client to buy something that's not in their best interest. But where the need is there, and this solution best solves their problem, giving them one compelling thing to do, making it very clear and concise, can get them to move forward and take action. So now you know the 7 messaging mistakes commonly implemented by producers, oftentimes without their conscious knowledge or awareness, so you can take steps to avoid those. Now, why did I share this information with you? Because your client's financial future matters. We know that individuals that work with a trusted financial advisor, as a rule of thumb, see a better financial outcome. If having an opportunity to meet with them and you failing because of you making one of these messaging mistakes, and there is a faux pas in your presentation that causes the client to say no, you leave them in a situation that's not as good as it could be. And the opportunity for them to continue to grow their nest egg is limited if you can't get them to the point that they're willing to move forward and expand their opportunities to see a greater and better financial solution down the road. Your goal is to help your clients achieve their financial goals and dreams. You want to help your clients to generate and create as much money as possible within the constraints of their wants, their needs, their goals, objectives, their risk tolerance, and all of the other appropriate parameters. You want to make sure that you're doing everything possible to give them the very best financial outcome in life, and making sure that you avoid those 7 marketing message mistakes can really be beneficial to helping you get your clients to see the success of working with you. So now you know the reason why we wanted to take time to share this very special report. The reason we do that, we want to help you scale your results here at Vision Advisors. Every IMO has great products, and we're no different. The thing that makes us different is we are focused on empowering you as a financial professional, growing you as an individual, both personally and professionally, allowing you to take the blinders off and to see what's always been there, but you maybe didn't realize it was there. To see mistakes you're making in your practice that are costing you money and costing your clients opportunity that you didn't know were there. That's why sales and marketing, coaching and training are so important, and that's why that's at the forefront of everything we do here at Vision Advisors. If you're not getting that from your current IMO, we'd love to have an opportunity to have a conversation with you. Or if you're currently working with Vision and didn't yet know that these services are available to you, we'd love to have a conversation with you as well. Why? Because we want to help you scale your results, to have an opportunity to get in front of more qualified prospects and to get in front of them on a favorable basis. So you have an opportunity to shine. They have an opportunity to see you as the authority figure, the expert problem solver they need to work with. And then we find out what problem you need to solve, and we go to our carrier partners to find the solution to help you solve that. You can give us a call at Vision Advisors, 1-800-505-8489. Press 0 to be connected to one of our business consultants, or if you want to schedule time to have a conversation with us that's convenient for you and for a member of our team, simply go to our website, visionadvisorsinc.com, and you can schedule time with our business consultants. Their calendars are right there available to you, where you can schedule time to meet with them and have a 15 to 30-minute complimentary consultation regarding how we can help you in your practice. By the way, while you're on our website, don't forget to like us and follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn, where we're sharing sales tips, sales ideas, conversation starters on a regular basis. And also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can have access to over 150 sales and marketing training videos. And we're constantly adding to that library with videos just like this every single week. I'm John Terry, the Chief Marketing Officer at Vision Advisors. I want to say thanks for joining us for this very special Selling Secrets of the Top 5%. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.